What's up, everybody? So here's a little bit of an update on my skin making process. Working on adding some additional padding here to clean up some of the rough areas on my skates, and of course you don't want to have your ankle rubbing against something that's hard. So this is the foam that that I got from this foam right here. Is sheets of pretty much thin EVA foam. You can get it from an arts and crafts store, and I was concerned about the quality of the foam, really, and I was like, you know what, whatever, this is a kind of a prototype anyways that I'm doing here. But the funniest thing to me was when I started to look at the foam and the ankle padding right here, I salvaged from my unused, or my carbon 4 liners that I was no longer using because I replaced them with the Trust liners, the Spec Ops liners. But if you look closely here, let me see if I can get it to focus. Here is the foam, okay? This is arts and crafts foam that you can buy for, I don't know, I bought 15 or so sheets for like $7 at the arts and crafts store. These two types of foam are almost identical. The only difference is one is slightly thicker, and this is the inner layer, than this one. And this foam glues together very easily, can be compressed. So essentially my carbon 4 liners, which retailed new for something like 60 bucks, are made out of mostly cheap arts and crafts foam in several layers, and one piece, which you can't see really anymore, of memory foam that goes around the ankle padding, and of course the heat moldable layer, which is just some pre-preg fiberglass that when you heat it up, it activates the resin inside of it and allows it to mold to your foot when you tighten it down. So essentially it's, I don't know, 4 or 5 layers of, not even, like 3 or 4 layers of foam and a sheet of fiberglass. So that's what I'm working on right now, is getting these all mocked up. I'm going to put the hardware back in here so that I can glue the footbed down. I'm making the footbed out of the same thing. What I'm going to do is, here's what I'm working on right here. I'm going to build up a few layers in the heel, a few layers here, and what I'm going to do then is create kind of another layer over the top as kind of a toe box, just so that there's a little bit of padding on the top front portion of my foot. I was thinking about doing a single layer of fiberglass in the toe box area on top of the foam. I'm still debating on whether I want to do that or not. The material that I'm using for the skin, it's this right here. It's a faux leather, and I know it's not shoe leather, and eventually it's probably going to tear, but it's got a solid backing. This right here is like a fabric backing. Some of it comes with this weird like felt-like material, and what I found using that material before and other things is that it tears pretty easily. So to take a look at the actual, I know I got a mess of foam padding here everywhere. What I'm actually doing with the foam layout here, I already started doing some stitching on the outside because I have to stitch the lace holes and everything on a separate piece. If you look here, it'd be like that there, and you see how it wraps around in the front and the back. Now I'm not leaving this exposed foam on the inside. What I'm doing with it is using it as a backing. And I don't know how many of you have seen the skin mod that I did for my carbons, but I'm using that same material on the inside, duck cloth. It's a hard cloth material, I would say similar to denim, but I think it's a little bit more durable. And what I'm going to do is stitch that on the inside of this, and then wrap that around and stitch everything together. But that's my update.